We do a lot of work in our effort to address some of the issues of poverty, women's rights, children's rights, and the rights of marginalized people like people with disability, ethnic minorities. So this has led us to work on issues of food, sustainable agriculture, education, address or at least do some policy advocacy on issues of violence against women. And in the last few years in Bangladesh, we found that our development work was being seriously threatened by climate change. All the initiatives, it could be washed away in just a few minutes. So when I joined in 2007, ActionAid Bangladesh, for the first 6 months, I had to face floods, there was landslide, there was waterlogging, and then there was Cyclone Cedo. So I really didn't know how to keep my head above the water. Most of the time I was trying to deal with one emergency or the other. Women, most of the time, have to deal with these situations. They are the most vulnerable, and we have found that they have some indigenous solutions. They have already tried to deal with them, because often we find that men in search, post those disasters, have to go in search of some kind of alternative livelihood. And the woman has to hold on to where she is, keep the family together, and make the most with the least resources. It's unbelievable that with so minimal in my country, in developing countries, that women are coping. They are coming up with alternative suggestions. They are working on adaptation. It's really unbelievable. So if we are not listening to the women, then I think we are going to miss the bus and lose the trick. We can all co-create some solutions and also put some pressure on the movers and shakers. Even now, with all the international negotiations and policy making at national level, women are not part of the formulation, designing, planning in terms of development or climate solution. So there's something seriously wrong, and this is where we make the effort. It's very important that there is serious commitment on international level to address climate issue, and they have to put climate justice at the center. We really want women's participation in the UNFCCC negotiations. You will find if you go to these conferences that majority of them are women, but they are doing all the legwork, all the research work. But when it comes to panels and decision making, we see serious imbalance. And that's where I would like to see international leaders to address this issue. It can't just be the UN or one UN Secretary General. It has to be all the international leaders, President Obama and Prime Minister David Cameron, to all across the world. In our own countries, we see that there is an attempt to try and give some space to women. In developing countries, in Bangladesh, we see there is an attempt to give some space because we are continuing to put the pressure. It's not enough until and unless there's international commitment.